My name's Dave, and today we're going to be going over the installation of the Midwest Industries Benelli M4 Handguard for the Benelli M4 style shotgun and clones that utilize the same mounting hardware. The Benelli M4 Handguard is a great upgrade to your shotgun. Made in the United States with high quality materials and anodized to a hard coat finish, this handguard offers a more rigid, robust handguard option, as well as offering M-LOK rows and slots wrapping around the handguard, offering a virtually endless amount of accessory mounting options. Whether it be light, sling mounts, or other accessories, this handguard has you covered. Installation of the handguard is relatively straightforward and only requires minimal tools. However, if any part of the installation process doesn't make sense to you or you don't feel comfortable performing the installation, don't hesitate to seek the assistance of a qualified gunsmith or armorer to assist you. Before we begin, let's go over what's included and what you will need to complete the installation. You will find the handguard assembly. Note that it is assembled and screws and hardware will need to be removed to remove the two caps that are located inside the handguard. You will also find brass set screws and some included tools. While you can use the included keys, you can also use a bit or your own tool to make installation a little bit easier. Make sure that you have the proper size bits for the fasteners. An M-LOK Picatinny accessory rail is also included for the accessory mounting of your choice. In order to complete the installation, you will need additional tools, snap ring pliers, and an inch-pound torque driver capable of tightening to 20 inch-pounds and the appropriate size bits. The first step when working with any firearm is to verify that our work surface is clear of any ammunition and our firearm is unloaded. Lock the bolt back to the rear, look inside the loading area, make sure that you can see the follower of the magazine to ensure that the magazine tube is empty, and verify that you have an empty chamber. Verify again that the firearm is unloaded, including the magazine tube, loading area, and chamber before you proceed. Begin by removing all 6 of the screws on the handguard. This allows you to remove the 2 collars from inside the handguard. Make sure to keep track of all of the parts. Following the instructions from your shotgun's owner's manual, remove the barrel assembly and plastic handguards. We can now set aside the original handguards. Using your snap ring pliers, remove the snap ring that holds the sling loop in place. You can now remove the sling loop and set aside. Now take the rear handguard collar and set it into the stamped cap on your shotgun. Make sure that the collar is firmly seated in the cap on both sides. Point your barrel downward vertically and hold it in place. Set the forward cap into the cast ring on the barrel, making sure it's seated. While still holding the barrel down vertically, you can now carefully slide the handguard down from the chamber end onto the forward ring. Carefully start the 4 screws to secure the handguard to the forward cap. Just snug the screws. Do not tighten them, as having them loose makes for easier installation of the remaining screws. Now you can slide the barrel assembly with the loose handguard down onto the gun, making sure that the rear of the handguard is firmly seated in the cap and your barrel is seated properly in the receiver. You can now slide the barrel assembly down onto the gun, making sure that the barrel is seated into the receiver properly and everything is in alignment. Once you have verified alignment, you can now start the 2 remaining screws, securing the handguard to the rear cap. You can now tighten the barrel assembly into the firearm. Again, verify that your barrel is fully seated into the receiver. Verify again that the barrel is fully seated into the receiver and the handguard is aligned on the firearm. You can now tighten all of the 6 mounting bolts. I like to snug them all evenly first, then I can go around with my torque driver set to 20 inch-pounds and apply my final torque to each of the screws. Verify all of the screws are properly torqued and do not over-tighten. Next, we're going to take the 2 brass set screws and start them on the bottom of the handguard. While pulling down on the handguard, tighten each set screw until they just touch the barrel. Do not over-tighten. Once you have the handguard installed, you can now install any of the M-LOK accessories of your choice to the multiple rows and slots of M-LOK. Installation of the Midwest Industries Benelli M4 Handguard is complete. Again, if any part of this installation process didn't make sense to you, or you have any questions or don't feel comfortable performing the installation, don't hesitate to seek the assistance of a qualified gunsmith or armorer. Additional technical support can also be obtained by contacting the Midwest Industries Technical Support Team. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.